Shabbat Shalom, Yisrael. I want to read some verses to you today that Elohim has placed on my heart. If you would please turn your two-edged sword to Matthew 10:34 through 39. And it reads, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to bring division, a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies are those of his own household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take up his stake and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who found his life shall lose it, and he that has lost his life for my sake shall find it." So it is truly very clear about what he's saying. It's no interpretation. It's what he's saying. He did not come to bring peace but a sword, and he came to bring division. It's not the devil that brings division. It's Yahushua HaMashiach that brought division. He will set you apart and divide you. He will divide the sheep from the goat. Because always your family members are not going to believe the truth. So he will divide you. He will bring division. Now, I do encourage that you always pray for people to receive the truth, believe it, and to spiritually see. Because no matter what a person see in the world that's going on, that's not going to save your life. You know, the life that I'm talking about is your spiritual life. Just because you see the world is falling, Babylon is falling, and you move off grid and everything like that, don't mean you're going to Shamayim, that you're going to live in paradise. When I talk about blind, I'm talking about spiritually blind. Do not know the truth. And we all have been blinded by the devil. But a lot of us are woke, and a lot of us are waking up. And I don't even know if I should say a lot of us, because the word does not speak like that. It says a remnant will be saved, and many are called, few are chosen. So a few of us will see before we leave this world, or before Yahushua cracks that sky open. If you will turn your two-edged sword to Matthew 16:24 through 26. And it reads, "Then Yahushua said to his Talmidim, if anyone wants to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his stake and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life shall lose it. And whoever loses his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he gains the whole world, gains all the world, and loses his own life? But what shall a man give in exchange for his life?" And I want to talk about this world for a moment. There's a great reset going on. If you will Google it or look on YouTube, it's been talked about. The devil is not hiding it. You just know people, especially Yisrael, don't like to read. But if you Google World Economic Forum, World Economic Forum, if you Google that, these are the planners and preparers for New World Order. These are the the organization that the elite has hired to plan and prepare New World Order. And it's happening right now. And the two-edged sword clearly says that we are to watch and pray. You can't not go. You cannot know what's going on, not know what's going on in the world, and pray about it. You have to know what's going on in the world. You have to be watchful. You have to be prepared. You have to get ready. You have to stay alert. You have to pray about all things. Now, the World Economic Forum, is doing a great reset. And the great reset is for the whole world, not just the United States. And it's to reset debt, economics, society, government, technology, healthcare, government, environment, security, control, etc. It tell you that on the website. The devil does not hide his plan. You just got to watch and pray. You got to study. You got to be led and guided to read what's going on and learn what's going on truthfully in the world so that you can pray. And you can't pray to stop it because it's in Revelation. These things going to happen. Babylon must fall. America must fall. Rome fell. America must fall. The whore must fall. You just have to be ready. You can't get ready if you don't know what's going on. So I am truly thankful to Elohim that he has placed in me love for Yisrael and for people, period. And he is using me to share what he is leading, guiding me to learn about the world. We also talked about the great reset at my job because I do income taxes. And the great reset, is definitely going to affect the economy. It tells you on the website that millions of companies risk disappearing, and many industries face uncertain futures. Only a few will thrive. Now, when we was growing up, I know when I was growing up, people in my family talked about the American dream, going to college and doing this and being a successful person and la la la. Yeah, that's what it was, a dream. But now the dream is over. It's time to wake up because no longer is there a dream. Don't follow your dream. That's a bunch of BS. New World Order is about control of most. Number one, most of all, it's about control. The elite. Bill Gates is definitely part of the elite. He bought 260,000 acres of farmland, and he's a technology genius buying farm. So they can control what we eat. They don't want us eating meat. So my question to you is, are you willing to be a slave, controlled? And their number one slogan, New World Order number one slogan, or the Great Reset's number one slogan is, you will own nothing and be happy. Well, I tell you what, if I'm going to own nothing and be happy, which I'm already like that, I own nothing. Pretty much. But it's going to be on my terms, so I'm going to live away from the world. Like, I'm going to be in the world, but I'm not going to participate in this madness. I'm not afraid. I'm going to keep following Yahushua HaMashiach. He says to pray to escape and be worthy to escape all that is to come. And trust me, He is leading many people out of the cities. They're quitting their jobs. They're getting together with people who believe what they think Elohim is saying to them and living off grid, making their own homes, investing in tiny homes, buying trailers, whatever, and living off grid. Stocking up on stuff, gardening, and all that. Yes, it is happening. We're living in the days like Noah, and Noah warned everyone what was going to happen, and majority didn't listen. And if Elohim says we're living in the days like Noah again, then majority will not listen, no matter how much you pray, because what his word says, it will be done. You can't pray against his word and say, it's just like Abraham. He prayed that, he asked and pleaded and prayed to Elohim about saving at least 50 people from Sodom and Gomorrah. And he was like, no, it's not 50 righteous there. It's not. Then he asked for 40 and went down to 30 and kept going. He didn't see nobody righteous in Sodom and Gomorrah but Lot and his family. And his wife came along, but she looked back, so she perished. So when you ready to go live off grid with your family members and friends, don't look back. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to force nobody to come with me. I'm going to pray that he allow who need to come live with me. Because I don't want no kind of curse or nothing following me. If you are unbeliever, you stay where you at. Because he brings division and set us apart. And when you start bringing people with you who don't believe, they just coming with you because, I don't know, maybe they're afraid or whatever the heck. And then they come with you bringing that spirit along with them. No, thank you. I'm just going to say like this. Let his will be done. I believe people need to get together and have meetings with their friends and family members and make a plan to live off grid like real soon. Don't wait till stuff start happening and then you can't do it. Like real soon, start preparing for this and doing it. Not just like I've been stocking up for a minute now. I got plenty stuff. I don't even know where to put it. And I feel like that's not even enough because, you got to think outside the box. How about if you garden and your garden don't, you know, it don't do good? You got to start it all over. You got to have food. And I'm not saying that Elohim won't supply no food. But he been telling me for a minute now when I used to wake up in the morning, buy this, buy that, buy this, and I was doing it. Everything he was telling me to buy, I was just buying it. People laugh at me because I'm buying stuff they think is weird. Why you got 2 fishing poles? Why you got a bow and arrow? Why you got a BB gun? Why you got this? Like, listen, I hear him telling me these things. I'm going to do what he say. He has never told me something and it wasn't a reason that he told me. I know this for 100%, 1000%. So I ask that you all fast and pray that you hear his voice because he's always speaking. He said his sheep know his voice. You can't literally hear his voice. At least hear somebody that does hear his voice. You got to be careful about who you listen to. So I love you, Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom. Fast and pray and have that meeting with your family members soon.